welcome back to another video. I look kind of good. Like I'm out here serving looks. Admire my Hero Academia shirt, like y'all anime lovers, if you're with me. So today, I have a talking video for you. It's a redo of the college do's and don'ts because last time I wasn't prepared. This time I have a list to refer to. Also, shout out to my mom for doing my hair. I love her. Okay, let's get started. So actually, I'm gonna do two different videos. This is gonna be the do's, and the next video, it'll be the college don'ts. Let's just get right into it. Forgot to say this earlier, but I am going to be a junior this fall, so I kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to like the beginning of college. You know, I've gone through my underclassmen years, so this is for like you incoming freshmen mostly. Okay, so the first do I have is to be active in the school's Facebook pages and other social media to meet friends. And this is before you actually get to the school. Like once you've been accepted and you decide that you're going to that school, instantly hop on all the social medias, instantly look for people to like make friends with, and possibly find a roommate if you don't have one set up already. This is a lot better for you just in terms of like when you get there, you're not walking around alone and like feeling awkward and scared to talk to anybody. Like you'll have people that you can recognize. It's always good to have at least one person that you know, so like you're not feeling so isolated and alone. I would suggest finding a roommate like beforehand, before you even like get to the school, and like have it all down pat and concrete before getting there, if you can. If you can't, then like that's fine. Have it in writing so you can refer to it and be like, yes, you said this, I said this, so like there's no like a mixture, like a mix of information, miscommunication. You don't want that. Of who's responsible to bring what to the dorm, so like the refrigerator, microwave, a mirror, whatever. Just have it in writing so you can hold them accountable and be like, okay, you were supposed to bring this or that, but therefore you are responsible for it. Like if they forgot or they just don't bring it, you know, anything can happen. People can be petty and immature, so just always have your receipts, okay? Have your receipts. Join clubs. Get involved on campus. Don't stay in your dorm like I did. I promise you it will lead to depression. Yeah, join clubs. Read your school email daily. In the morning, afternoon, evening, while you're doing your homework. Like just make sure you check it at least 2 to 3 times a day. You don't have to. I personally do suggest it to do your work ahead of time. Please don't procrastinate. It is very irresponsible. Find a job on campus. Find a job on campus. It's easier because it lets you work within your school schedule. Stay in contact with your advisor. They are there to help you schedule your classes in accuracy and make sure that you're meeting the requirements that you need to meet to graduate with a degree. So if you have a question about your schedule, ask them first. Like don't try and do things on your own if you're not entirely sure, because you might take a class that you don't need. Like I almost took a math class that I didn't need. She saved me from like wasting a class in my semester, so that's good. Like they'll pay attention to the things that you don't necessarily catch, and they're usually based in your major, so they're good at telling you what major classes you need to take, like your prereqs, your gen eds, whatever. Like they keep track of all that stuff. Be social at least 2 to 3 times a week. I say this from experience. Be social. Don't stay isolated, because you'll end up being like sad and like feeling lonely, and sometimes you have to force yourself to go socialize, which is fine. And if you can only do it once, that's fine too. Like at least you did it. Okay, so in my other video, you saw that I said that both of my roommate situations were not the best. Always talk things out with your roommate. Communication is absolutely key, because if you don't talk, then things get awkward and like pent up emotion turn into pretty much just anger and resentment for each other, and that's not what you want. Like you don't want to have to leave things on bad terms. You just don't want that. Please talk to your roommate if there's an issue, and tell them to talk to you if there's an issue. Like you can't just sit there and be awkward around each other. You live together, so you have no choice but to be adult, to grow up and figure out what the problem is, talk it out, and find a solution. Okay, so not everybody is raised like you, which you'll figure it out. One thing I did not understand is how people didn't keep up their hygiene. I literally would watch people go barefoot into a disgusting college bathroom. Like you share it with a good 8+ other people. Why would you go in the bathroom with no shoes on, and in the shower with no shoes on? People pee in there. Like, please keep up your hygiene. You're in a German-infested dorm. You don't know where these people have been. A lot of dorms have like freaking ants and mice and all types of, like they're not your house, okay? They're not gonna be all that clean. I don't care if they're bringing cleaning people. They're not that clean. Make time to eat properly. This is actually a pretty big thing, because college students, we don't usually have a lot of time to just like sit down and eat. Exercise. Please exercise. It'll help you sleep better. It helps you stay on top of your health. You don't want to gain that freshman 15. Now you'll hear that thing of like, don't buy your textbooks for like a 2 weeks before, like just to like make sure that your classes actually use a textbook, and if they don't, then don't buy them. I agree, but for your major classes, like the classes that you have to take for your major, just get the textbook. Like, you won't regret it. Just get the textbook, because at some point, like, you're gonna need it, and now you're gonna be scrambling for it because you won't have the money saved up for it and all that stuff. Like, just get your textbooks for your major. Okay, next is to make upperclassmen friends. Upperclassmen, they know about the school, clearly. They've got a pretty good handle. They're just good to have. They're good guys, good mentors. Big thing, get out of your comfort zone. Please don't just stay in what you've been used to in high school. It gets you, yes, just to get out of your comfort zone. You'll find yourself being more outgoing than you thought you could be. If you have a question about your class or your homework or anything revolving in your classes, your syllabi always have the office hours of your professors. Please take advantage of those. Don't just sit in cluelessness and then let yourself get a bad grade because you weren't sure in like how to do something or whatever. You can go to your professor's office hours, ask them the questions that you need a lot. Next, you want to do, or what you want to do is to take advantage of your on-campus resources. So they have complete career planning resources where basically like they'll help you line up an internship, they'll help you look at your resume, give you mock interviews for going out to jobs and stuff. You have your writing center who will help you write your essays and like edit anything that like, you know, doesn't sound right. You have your, my school had like a speaking center. Basically, they helped you critique your speeches, make sure you were good so you can like present it in class with no problem. They have tutors on campus. You have a lot. You have a lot to help you. So if you find yourself struggling, please go to whatever resource that you need to help you fix that area in your academic career. Be courteous to the other people living in your dorm. Please don't start screaming at the top of your lungs at any time of day. I don't really care if it's like in the middle of the afternoon. There's no reason for you to be yelling indoors. Have friends everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean like you can have multiple different groups of friends that don't interact with each other, because it's easier for if drama happens with like one group of friends, you're not like sitting there kind of like alone and not having anybody to talk to you until that situation is resolved with. But make friends in your classes. Make sure you have a contact in every class. Like for example, if you're sick or if you don't feel like going that day, you can text them and be like, hey, like what did we do? And they can use you for the same thing. I think I said this earlier, but have snacks in your room. Please try and get enough sleep. Take time for yourself at least 1 to 2 times a week, even more if you need to. Like, take your mental health days. This is for you partiers out here who are always trying to go to a party every day of the weekend and always trying to hang out with somebody after school. Good for you. That's great. High school is free for the most part. College isn't. You're paying too much money to be out here partying every day and causing a ruckus for everybody else, mind you, because like them party goers be coming in like late, like 3 in the morning, waking people up out their sleep, trying to shower, and then they're drunk. And it's a thing, like nobody really likes you guys. I'll be real, like you guys get annoying when you come back from the party and you're loud for no reason. Please focus on your studies is what I'm trying to say here. Focus on your studies. You're paying for your education, not to have a 4-year party. Always bring your key everywhere you go, even the bathroom. I promise you. And this is no shade to my old roommate, but this past year, on the very first day of classes, I got locked out because I told her not to lock it, and she said okay, and then she still locked it. Save your money. Oh, stay organized. By that, I mean just do whatever method works for you to help you keep track of your stuff and not lose things and get things done on time. Be open-minded and optimistic. You don't want to be one of those ignorant people who don't get themselves educated once they see something. The thing is, like, once you, whoever, whatever, are exposed to something different, educate yourself on it if you're confused, and don't speak on anything that you don't know full information about, because then you sound stupid. Participate in internships. You want to build up your resume. Okay, that was actually it. I hope this helps you guys, like freshman wise, who are going to college, you know. Okay, but that's all I have. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna come up with an outro at one of these days. I am, like a cool outro that everybody's gonna memorize, and it's gonna be like, yep, that's Raina's channel. Watch.